So I wanted to answer your question. You're talking about why was I not wearing gloves when I was accessing my line? Well, it's really important to remember that people can do things slightly differently depending on how they've been trained and what specific technique they're using. Using an aseptic technique, some people will wear gloves the whole time, some people will wear gloves just for the sterile parts, some people will not wear gloves while setting up and then just put the gloves on, the sterile gloves on for when they're accessing the line. For me, this is what I've been taught by a tertiary hospital, by specialist nurses, and it's worked for me for the last 3.5, nearly 4 years with having IVs at home. And I've only ever had infections actually in hospital. So one of the reasons is I disconnect the line and then I'm going to clean it. But right now it's dirty, so I need to clean it. So and I've washed my hands before I start, and then I use gel in between. I'm going to clean the line thoroughly, put it over, and then clean, and you'll hear the squeak. Oh, it's not squeaking today. I'm cleaning both over the top of the line, and then up the line, and then up the line. I'm cleaning it really thoroughly, and then I'm going to drop it on my clean sterile towel. There we go. Then I'm going to gel my hands again, and then I'm going to put on the sterile gloves. Some people do this without wearing gloves at all because they do the non-touch technique where you're not touching the ends, the important bits. I don't do that fully because I always wear sterile gloves when I'm accessing the line. I was taught that because when you pick it up, it's dirty, so you're going to clean it. And you never touch the bits, the connecting bits. And I put on my sterile gloves, obviously, here, but I'm not touching the connecting bits, but I clean it thoroughly, and then when it's clean, I then drop it onto the sterile clean towel. Now my sterile gloves are on. Again, I still won't touch the areas. I'm not going to clean it because it's already been cleaned and it's clean on the sterile towel. I'm going to flush, pick it up from here, not touching the connecting bits. Check my flush, connect, and then push, pause, push, pause, push, pause, push, pause, push, pause. Then it's in my Chura lock. Check for air. Go, push, go. Clamp, and then we are going to get the cap. I'm going to give it one last clean. There's the squeak, my sterile towel, and we're going to put on the cap. There we go. So that is how I disconnect, and that is why when I'm cleaning the line, I've not got gloves on, yes, but I'm cleaning it and then dropping it on my sterile clean towel, and then do my hands, put the sterile gloves on, and access the line for bloods, flushes, meds, TPN, etc. But everyone's slightly different in the way they do things and the way they've been taught. It's the way that I've been taught. And if I've been doing it this way and you're getting constant infections, constant problems, then maybe we would change it or readdress it. But it's worked well for the last 3.5, 4 years and been really good at home. And actually the only infections I've got have been in hospital, which is linked to, unfortunately, the hospital, and that's another story. But yes, I hope that makes sense. And please respect that everyone's slightly different. You know, in the USA, they use masks when they do their dressing changes. But in England and the UK, we've never done that. Well, I've never done that with my team. Had to wear face masks with dressing. But everyone's slightly different. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. And yeah.